Ladies and gentlemen, big welcome to the first episode of Competitive Breakdown. So, I think we need a little bit of a brief introduction to what is the aim of this video. We're gonna take one game from the Hogs of War competitive scene and just talk, stop the video, share some thoughts. We'll have some sort of guest with me in every episode, but I think I will have some episodes also with myself. And the aim is just to take, analyze, and, have some wacky lines on the video just to make a point. I chose this frame of this particular game between FiftyMeth and RagingLoony from this season 3 of the Grunt League to, have a pilot episode and see if it is a kind of video that you guys would like. Anyway, let me know in the comments if it is something that you would like to see more often. I am certainly keen to do more of these. And first, big disclaimer is that the aim of this game of this video are not making fun of anyone or just being the professor of the game. It's just to break down a game, see what could have been done better, what we could have done worse, what the game, having a discussion on situation we can find in a particular game of Hogs. So yeah, it is a learning experience for me, and I hope also for the person who would like to watch this video. In this first episode, I will have as guest the marvelous Fab, also said fabulous, and enjoy. Okay, so let's go analyze the lineups. So this is the best of 3 game. It is the first week game for both players. Fab, do you remember that? For any chance?
Well, the title says so, so I suppose
it is the first map for FiftyMeth for sure. And Loony, took part in the first Hogs of War League, and
I'm actually pretty sure that was their first game.
So the two we have a pig pool format, so you don't gonna use necessarily the best lineups right away, but let's see how well the two guys picked. So RagingLoony going for a Grenadier. I'm just gonna write it down on pen and paper, so I have it with me when we analyzing also. Medic, Para, Scout, and Engineer. So this is probably what the best possible lineup would look like. If I'm doing like one game on Ridgeback, this is probably what I would take. What do you think, Fab?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see a bit of everything. There's the Grenadier, a Medic, of course, Para, which you can never miss, and a little bit of Poison. Some people could say, maybe 2 Engineers would be even better, but honestly, it's a bit of a waste. I think this is the best. It's clear that Loony went all in this match.
Yes, which is a little bit of a mistake also, if you think about it. I don't really remember the other 2 maps, but this is a map where you have a lot of like resources scattered around the map.
True. So lots of shrapnels as well.
Yeah, shrapnels, and there's a lot of water. So I would go for like
for example, 2 para maybe.
Yes, a second para and a scout. Engineer, maybe we can kind of skip it and save it for later maps. But I could also see the use of 1 engineer if you would like to have a para in other maps. One thing absolutely I would do is this.
Oh yeah, Medic first.
Yes, because I don't really think it. I think it's like not taking Medic first. It could be punishing a lot. Maybe he thought about his opponent not taking, Medic at all, so it didn't really matter. Or he had something planned for the opener, but
whenever I see Medic in second place, all I think of is countering the MoMA. Like, this is my go-to the solution to counter the Muma. If I'm afraid my opponent will use the Muma, bringing medic second means a free turn with the Grenadier, because the opponent has to trank the medic if they go first, of course. It's always a bet there. But you know what I mean, right?
Okay, but what if you don't get to go first with the Grenadier?
Exactly.
You think you're going second, so having Grenadier is basically guaranteed a turn with him. But what if you go
Exactly.
first? Then you target the enemy medic?
In that case, basically you have no advantage. But exactly with the Grenadier, you go on the medic, you put it at its last legs, and then you aim to finish it with the para in your third turn, basically. Considering that you will skip the second. It's a bit of a
You're still gonna skip your turn, and you're still probably gonna damage your medic too.
Yeah, but ideally, if you can separate them with a jetpack properly, your medic will take, most 20 from the trank and 20 for the jetpack, but you will be saved of two wasted turns, two more tranquilizers basically, and you will have a medic with full tranks available if you execute it.
I agree. Which in your thinking makes this pig absolutely right.
Yeah.
For then you're just gonna go separate the medics. So let's do it like this. Let's give a rating to this lineup.
Mm-mm.
Considering the map, I would say it's a 6 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Do you agree? Do you think it is a bit better or not?
I would give it a 7 out of 10, just to give a little bit of a different opinion and vote. 6.5, yeah.
So it's gonna be a 6.5.
I'm okay with that. Because the idea is, in my opinion, good, but again, it's a huge bet. You're betting so much, so it's...
I'm going second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense. So let's go and analyze the lineup from FiftyMeth.
You can also use the trash button, by the way, to clear out everything.
That's you didn't use this tool yet, right?
No, no.
I just set it up, so
yeah, it's our first time doing this. So sorry, guys.
So okay, FiftyMeth's lineup. I can see he's bringing all the classes, which is okay, especially considering that he's playing for the first time. I really like the Medicam first.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. See, and this makes sense in it means that Looney at least saw that could be a MoMA happening. So I think his decision of thinking of the MoMA and trying to counter it at least makes sense in this scenario.
So he's betting on going second, and 50 is kind of thinking of going first. So yeah,
lots of weight on this 50-50 coin toss, which I don't like as a general rule, but what can you do about it?
It really isn't much you can do about it. So
yeah,
in a map like this, I like the idea of, but maybe this one should have been a para. I don't know. I can't really blame too much since it is a best of 3. Probably he thought about his manage his resources in another way. But something I would have done is switching those two up.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, just to be a little bit of a voice of the contradiction, maybe an engineer second would allow you to take advantage of some unfortunate spawns, like for example, bringing one of the pigs on the coast right on the sea, and make them almost instantly dead. Because we know there are some, unless things have changed drastically since the last time I've seen this map, there might be some spawns that give way to very dangerous places. Even if maybe it's not an insta kill, maybe there are some places where you do take a lot of water damage.
I don't know. I think making water damage is more reliant, especially with spawns. So this is why I would move Pera on second. And considering mines that are still there, mines in the map are pretty important. And giving it to the engineer, I know it's on theme, but I think Paratrooper needs it more than engineer. Engineer has a lot of options, Paratrooper tends to go out of option, since
That's true.
as soon as he runs out of jetpacks. So, yeah. This one, I like this lineup a lot more. I would say 7 for me,
Okay.
at least. Since it's only because he has medic first, basically.
Lots of points
But
for him.
also he's not taking Grenadier, which I think is not needed in this map. You have a lot of water and ways to deal heavy damage, and you don't need the guy that picks that makes the big punch. Not here.
So I would say my vote, considering the full 3 maps potentially that we have to see, I would say this is a solid lineup. I would give it like 6, just because a lot of like, I don't know. As you said, I don't prefer having the engineers so far high. So yeah,
Okay.
this means that both players have the same score. Interesting.
Very interesting. So now we chatted about the lineups for a good 10 minutes. So let's. What was it? What did it do? Don't remind me again.
Yeah, just delete. Thanks.
Okay, so let's go into the game.
Indeed. Let's see how it plays. Let's see if all our speculations were actually false or not.
Yeah, so here Pin was talking about gunners having to be used a little bit more, which is fine with the recent addition of -1 scout. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
You have
yeah.
-1 scout, so you have to bring 2 gunners, so they become a little bit more important.
Seems like Looney knows already, like he seems to have a plan with this, although he's not finding the right pick.
So I think now already you can see, as we talked about, he's not targeting the medic.
Oh, big mistake. I mean, at least I would say that is not the strategy I would have used. He's going straight for the engineer, but maybe it's just for lack of time. It was a decent cluster, I think. The pig is still up. Yeah, okay. Looney Tunes physics.
Looney Tunes physics. Yeah, I think because the mine explosion had the priority there.
Yeah. And probably there was a water, like a pig ended in the water and stuff.
But Looney had all the time to like take his gun, his grenadier, and make it come here, because I'm gonna stop it. Like the grenadier is like here now, but he started. This is the water, and this is where the crate with the other mine is. So he was somewhere like this here. He went there, then he would have had all the time to just get across here and make a cluster.
I think he could have done it. The thing is, he decided to go for the mine, and I think once he got to the mine, he didn't have enough time.
Do you think? I'm gonna rewind a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. So he started from.
So he started from here, from the island.
Okay.
And he goes up there, takes the mine, which is okay, which is a good place, since you have to take the mine and use it as a resource. You have 20-ish seconds when you planted the mine. I think you have time to make all this deal here. You don't necessarily have to go close to the medic. Maybe you can just
he
throw from
probably...
here somewhere, and
exactly.
And for it's a little bit more difficult, but but Looney definitely has the skills to do it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why he went for the engineer instead.
Maybe again, just an easier target. So let's keep ahead on 50's turn. So first turns, of course, are gonna be under the lens more than mid-game turns, since they are more important. Like how you open a game, it's more important usually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In this game, the opening is super important because the amount of things you can do basically goes
Mm.
down very rapidly
I
as the
think
turns pass.
I think in general, like the opening turns are always really important. You know,
Yeah.
I can just do an exception with Bridge the Gap maybe,
Yeah.
in which, but you know, also Bridge the Gap has his prepared mortars, so I don't know. The first five
Oh,
turn are really important. Then it's more
yeah.
of a matter of how you develop the game and adapt.
Yeah, and what do you think about this?
Yeah,
Funds a tranquilizer. Okay, this is huge.
which is
So,
gonna be used. So
so
when
50 Math just decided to. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, you, no, you go ahead, please.
I just want to like recap what happened. 50 Math tranquilized Looney's para, and
Hmm.
now Looney's medic is free to roam. Although, objectively speaking, he's way too far for to cancel the para sleeping. What do you think? We will see that
It
or
is
not?
still doable.
He might just reverse the moment if he's able to, but it seems too hard.
It is doable. If you know go here and jump here, you can probably do everything here. But you can definitely not heal the paratrooper who was tranquilized here.
Oh yeah, but you could
So
do a MoMA at least.
you could get that MoMA, which it's a really good MoMA and really difficult to turn back since the
Yeah,
other medic has already done his turn. He's gonna wait all the pigs' turn and then skip his. So it's probably the
true.
most unbreakable MoMA you can do.
Hmm. You're right.
So yeah, I would definitely go for the Trank, but if I wouldn't choose this one, I probably would go silence a scout or a paratrooper.
Yeah,
Let's
for
see
sure.
what he does.
He doesn't even try, I guess. He
Yeah,
has
but the scout
four.
is a good option. You
Absolutely.
mute his ability to poison, so okay, it's the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
best, but it would have been way more efficient to get a counter MoMA.
yeah. Also, if you think about it, I think he could have never gotten any more lucky with the random crate. Like one more tranquilizer to the medic. That's, in my opinion, it's insane. It's like, of course, unless you count the apocalypse weapons like the super air burst or the
Or the Super TNT,
airstrike,
like I did with
or
Mashetim.
yeah, super TNT times two happened to me in a game. So
Yeah, but I think on the other side, I would say that another tranquilizer isn't that good. You know,
hmm,
since it's all a matter of how, or if you are in the control of the MoMA or not. If you're in control of the MoMA, maybe you can use
true,
all four
true.
of them. But
Well, in this case, yeah.
generally speaking, most of the time the medic will be out of the game before he goes for
Mm,
his second, third trank. So I don't know.
yeah, it really depends on how it plays out. Right now, we actually don't see any MoMA, which is very rare.
It is a rare.
Uh,
It is really a rare instance. Yeah.
like when two medics are in the game, you usually end up like that. But it's actually working because there is, both turns were skipped basically, one after the other, which is good for, strategically, it's very good for both of them. But yeah,
Yeah, and I have nothing against this turn. I mean, you
mhm.
probably would have poisoned more than doing the 30 damage, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, very strange jetpack from 50, but I think it was smart because he was afraid of hitting his own pick, and it worked. It wasn't very time efficient, but and now the bunching up might happen. Look at that, pretty good jetpacks here. He will
And
actually make
this is a
impact.
really key turn.
Yeah, this might be huge. If the bazooka hits at least 30 both, that's a 9 out of 10 turn.
Okay, but
Okay, 8.5 from
there's
that.
a lot of things to say though about this
Yeah,
turn. So this is probably one of the key turns of the game. So let's rewind it a little bit. I have a lot
okay.
of, a few things to point out. I really like this one to land it almost there, so he goes there, but without the risk of this pig going here. So this is a really good one. I like. But then we go a little bit onwards, and we have this situation. Is your second jetpack, so I guess getting me a little closer, it's okay. I like this one too. Be careful of your scout right back. But if I remember correctly, he does not get his own scout. But at this point,
they were already pretty well positioned.
They are really close to each other. So if you're gonna hit with a bazooka, that's definitely damage to both. And this is your last jetpack. I think you should keep one jetpack for further development of the game. You're gonna so now you're already using all the resources that the para has. You don't have mines. You don't take anything. And so my concern is this third jetpack. You shouldn't have done it.
It's a very tough choice.
It's a tough choice, and another thing, positioning here is really important. You have water here, you have mines under. So you have to choose a position where you take less damage as possible. And and also you have to be make it as difficult as possible to your opponent to do the same stuff you did to him, without if he has another paratrooper, which is coming up next.
That's true.
So I like the choice of the bazooka here, but I would have placed my pig like somewhere here. And to be more specific, like if I can rewind a little bit, I would have placed my pig like somewhere here. So there's this ledge here, and this ledge it's uphill. So even if your opponent goes for some jetpacks, he can't really bounce them up.
That's true. Although keep in mind there are a bunch of very scary mines.
Yes, there is water here also.
But the mines are the ones that concern me the most.
Yes, but this is
Maybe
why
that's too far.
This is why I don't like placing the pig here, but I would have moved him here.
All right. I see.
And I'm talking about when the bazooka was fired, of course. So because there are mines here, so if you stay too close, he jetpacks you there and then picks both of you here.
Yeah.
Which could be my concern. If you go here, you have water, of course, but only your para gets damaged, not both. So this is why you should place them there. Here it's a little bit in between, and you leave your opponent open to choose whatever he wants. It's subtle, but it could make the difference. Last point I would like to raise. When you're firing the bazooka, he's clearly aiming for somewhere like here. He ends up overshooting it, so the two pigs go here. But what you should do instead, it's aim somewhere here. And by doing this, both of the pig goes there, swims, and will end up here somewhere. But they're still close together.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know if he thought about it. The timer was a big concern to this point. I get it, but keep in mind, you don't have to do the full 40. You can do 36 and 30, but then get huge damage and keep them close.
Yeah. Good observation. He clearly went to maximize the damage, but
yeah, which is okay. They are still close, but then it's time for the engineer. So this kind of goes.
Oh yeah.
This is what I was talking about. It's too close. If you did put the pig here, the para could have easily done the same thing shooting from here.
Yeah, this has potential for the scout to absolutely end in the mines, and the para will take at least 30.
Both take good damage. He ends up in the mines, and he could end up in the water. So this is a really good PNP placement.
Oh, that was lucky though. No mines hit.
No mines hit. That was really lucky, but you kind of have your scout trapped now, since if you don't remember, the path, of course.
True. Hmm.
So pretty standard with the mortar, and should be a good hit if I remember well correctly. Also water damage. Oof.
That was a huge shot.
That was a really good play. Honestly, maybe Nah, I don't think he had any better option, because yes, it's about taking out the grenadier, but then you had your engineer, very weak engineer there, so it wouldn't be worth
I
it.
think something we skipped is there hasn't been a ton of focus on this grenadier, which probably should have been a priority, but it's a very common.
Yeah, but
Very-
that's kind of a mistake. But the engineer was close here, so yeah, I guess.
Hmm. True.
Well, the grenadier was hit once for sure, because he is at 69.
Oh.
That was a really good mine.
Oh no.
Unlucky, very unlucky.
Very unlucky. That's a ton of self damage. Good play.
So all the medic turn are really important.
Oh, he's gonna try and get the shrapnels.
You get some shrapnels. That's okay.
Can be useful in the long run. Doesn't go again for the para, which is strange because if you manage to never get the para to do his turn, you're gonna save 3 jetpacks, and that can be huge. Like,
And I think this is the classic turn, when being a little bit, you don't really know what to do, kind of costs you.
Sure.
He's not really, he didn't have the plan figured out before starting the turn, because rewinding everything, he definitely has the time to go there, heal the gunner, and then get back to Trank, I think. Maybe he will not be close, but from this position he can definitely Trank the para. So you can see he's a little bit hesitant. He checks the life of his pig, but in the end he decides to go back for the trunk, since it is safer and it is a good option.
Yeah, honestly, I think he wouldn't have been able to do everything. Only if he was already speedrunning it from the very first moment.
45 seconds makes it possible for me.
Maybe.
I don't love this position here on the other side, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
Also maybe the medic now could actually save the para.
I think you should definitely go for saving the para.
Yeah, but he just did a 360.
Again, not really being 100% sure of what you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the Grand League is about, if you ask me. You don't have to be extremely like. That's why the 45 seconds are there, not to give more action per minute to players, but to orientate themselves. At least that's my thinking.
Of course. But then you get a tougher opponent, and this kind of makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I just meant to say that this is kind of like the spirit.
I know, but even in Grand League.
Oh. Now he's going to.
This is really lucky, because okay, he gets the curve, but I think that the game kind of makes some squares.
Yeah.
You can see like a line of the square here, and it kind of ends here. So here you get the mine triggered. Here you don't.
I mean, he got lucky, but it's also lucky for Looney because he gets to skip the turn. Otherwise, he would have just died.
He's at 36. Yeah, he would have died. So yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. He gets the skip and some extra damage. So yeah, lucky, but a good choice. And also, position of medic was good when he fired. It is safely. This is like the. I mean, it's still water or mines, but it's as far as possible from both sides. So I like it. It's good. Maybe he could have standed up here, but then it's easier to make him in the mine. Nah. That's the best spot, I think. On the other side, I would have gone on the other side of the map and healed the para.
Yeah. What is he doing? Why would he do this?
Oh, he really is uncertain. So the straight bazooka here, I think, is gonna hit him also.
Yeah, definitely. But it's a full 40, so... Let's see. Accidental body block. Very, very important for FiftyMeth here, I think.
You think? I think it's more important for Loony here.
No, I mean, yeah, it's a mistake for FiftyMeth.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me think.
It is because...
But now, okay, so now the important thing is the medic. So basically, the scout of FiftyMeth cannot die without Looney's medic going. You know what I mean?
I think this is more like on the side of Loony here, because if the medic dies, his death animation will put him on the mine, which is here.
Okay, that's true.
100%. So if you want to take out him, 95% he's also gone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
this kind of gives him the opportunity to use another trunk.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, that's actually a complex situation, because I was thinking, there's also the Grenadier of Looney that is still alive, I think, right? We didn't see him die yet.
I think he's here.
So at least the FiftyMeth can have another target, but still, leaving the medic alive gonna be a huge problem for him. So yeah.
Question for you. I'm not 100% sure on this, but if you take scoop from here, if you select scoop here and go for the scoop, does he reach the minefield?
I'm gonna say I have 80% confidence, if not more, that would have reached. But then there's the problem: will it hit the mine? Because the mine is a bit of a checkerboard on that side of the map, I think.
It's not really a checkerboard, honestly.
Is it full except for a path?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It is full except for a path that is like this.
But it might have, it might happen if you use a scoop that the medic ends up exactly in the path, which would be very unlucky. But I think it would have been a better choice anyway, because the Looney's medic has 55 HP, which means with a scoop it goes down to 30, and that's basically, every weapon, every class can get rid of the medic in one turn. So I would have risked it.
Also, I would like to point out how serene his face is now.
Yeah. You could draw a halo on his head.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Oh, he's in heaven. Beautiful, beautiful.
Let's give him a pair of wings also.
Pig in heaven rather than pig in hell. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can see we're having fun with the notes. We are...
Even if we try our best to be technical, we are just a couple of dumbass.
Of course, always. All right.
So yeah, I think his idea was probably he's not gonna reach with scoop, so I'm gonna go for bazooka. Bazooka. I don't know. I can't really blame him for the positioning. Maybe if you are a little bit more confident with bazooka, you just stand somewhere like here, and then instead of a straight shot, you go for more of a scoop shot here. Maybe a little bit more here. But then every position here is kind of bad, so...
Absolutely, yeah. Don't want that.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah. So we have this awful situation where medic basically will do another turn. Almost guaranteed.
Yep.
So you definitely should focus. If you're 50 you should focus Grenadier now, since you can't really do much about the medic.
Yes. Looney goes for probably some poison, which it's about time, I think. Oh, no,
it's about damn time.
Exactly.
but he
I
doesn't.
don't. Yeah.
And he goes for the medic, which maybe he goes for the medic.
Yeah. Now it's we are about half game. I think this is again important because you have a couple of choices, like not many, but they are very important, like who to hit. Yeah, leaving this guy crippled is not a bad idea, but it's a gunner, so it's not gonna need too much time to move. So
Yeah, I would have gone for the poison, honestly. But
yeah.
but on the other side, the medic is close, so I guess the snipe was good. Maybe best play would have been from a safe position, poisoning medic
Yeah.
instead of that. And the position of Looney's scout here, don't like it. There's these two minefield that are just too dangerous.
Oh yeah. True. I think it's a good mortar from 50Meth. Yeah, very
Oh, wow.
good.
I mean,
Full 50.
he delivered a 48 and a 50 for now with the mortar, so the guy is definitely skilled.
Yeah.
Mortar
Oh,
check, yes.
Angurio approved.
Angurio approved. We need an editing with a stamp and a watermelon.
And a thumbs up, of course.
And a watermelon that gives you a thumbs up.
Perfect. Couldn't ask for more. Okay, so this is the first casualty of the game, I think. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. There was someone that died already. I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to be technical.
We talked about
Memorized.
we talked about too much on some turns, so I lost track too, honestly.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, medic now decides to switch target, probably.
A lot of poison, self damage with the ward there, though.
Yeah, and
Like, delivers a healing, probably. A clean bill of health.
27.
It's terrible, actually.
It's not that good of a play of a choice.
It's a yeah.
Oh, this is
In the
awful.
range.
Oh god,
I mean,
what a bad turn.
oh, no! Oh, he completely forgot. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
tell he kind of panicked there
yeah.
with
I
the
mean,
time.
I don't know if it was a matter of time, because I mean he could have knifed if he did. Maybe
No, I mean he didn't. He forgot to check the HP of the grenadier. That's what I mean.
he would have saw it there though. He
Maybe he
sees it
wasn't
here.
looking, but he was selecting the.
Maybe he was
I,
selecting. Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
So
Keep in mind, it's like it's a different thing when you're playing competitively. It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
I definitely know. You kind of go for like memory items, if we can call it like this, more than
Yeah.
looking around. This maybe is the difference between a good and a bad player. But on the other side, I don't like this passing that he did with the medic. Since he starts here, he can definitely take this path here instead of jumping and then jumping and taking 20 damage. This is like a 5-second difference. And he can heal and he can shoot anyway. So
Yeah. I think this is one of the cases where he was like, I'm gonna have to take a decision rapidly, and he evaluated that it would be faster, but in the end, it really didn't pay off, I think.
And another thing, after healing this guy, probably going for the scout this here, so he doesn't poison him. But on the other side, you have to deal with the grenadier since he's going next.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I think it was just a poor decision to go.
No, I mean the turn was all right. He just shouldn't have used the trunk for killing the grenadier. He just should have killed the grenadier with something else. And this is just a minor issue, I would say. He would have had 140 instead of 120, because at the end of the day he just loses 20 health.
Maybe some healing. He seems pretty determined, so my brain's immediately thinking healing hands.
Yeah, definitely useless to go
Yeah,
back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, it's minor. No, like my problem I have with this turn is that 20 healing he did to his to this guy. I think it wasn't worth the losing the trank on that para that I have to remind you. It still has 3 full jetpacks, you know,
Yeah.
and just yeah,
Yeah, that's also
taking
true.
yeah.
That's also
And the
true.
Grenadier, I think the Grenadier still had like there was at least one more turn before the Grenadier would have taken his turn, right? Because
No.
no, oh, it was the next. It was next. Okay,
No,
then
he would have
makes
been
sense.
next because Medic
Fair
is
enough.
second in Looney's lineup, so
In that
definitely
case,
was a good idea to
okay. In that
kill
case,
him.
yeah, just another weapon. Yeah, yeah.
Heal the sapper back up again.
Just don't use your last rank. And this medic still has 2, if my calculations were correct. Yeah.
Like
Good
the
healing.
healing, since he has recovered 40 in 2 turns already, and he will probably kill him very easily. Kill the scout very easily. So poison is kind of out of the menu for this game, since he's dead, and maybe the Looney's para can Looney's scout can do some healing. I don't like this.
I mean, it's definitely going to kill the scout.
It
Oh,
worked
wow.
out. No.
Oh no, it was really not technically wise, but it was spectacular. I gotta say.
It was it definitely made fireworks for sure, but
Exactly.
it wasn't efficient. Nah.
Bacon smelling fireworks. Doesn't get better than that. Another straight shot from 50Meth. Must be on the Iron Fox school. Nah.
The Iron
Turns
Fox
out
school.
many people in their childhood use this shot. I never did. Oh, okay. What do you say to this? 10 out of 10. Yeah, I agree.
I approve. This is perfect, absolutely perfect,
Wow. And a bit lucky.
and a bit lucky, yeah. But the perfection comes from luck in this turn. So
Absolutely, yeah. Can't deny that.
and now we have the most fair moment, the para moment when he was
This para.
he
This
was
para.
let free from the medic.
His hands are itching for those jetpacks.
Going to be a long drop.
It's good. Oh, that's a long.
Maybe he had some lag issue.
No, I think it was because he was trying to avoid the water. He could have crossed the bridge, crossed the pond, and then do the jetpack. But I think he just decided to
Pin down instead.
cross it with the jetpack on his side. Oh, nice para skip there,
Get away.
but not enough. What is he gonna do? Oh, okay. Oh, it's short.
Oh, it's not enough.
Ah,
So I think he
Okay, this is kind of a important turn since he starts from here. This is where the important stuff begins. You know, he's at 27. So it's okay the jetpack here maybe
yeah.
when you're here and then drop it like here and see if he kills it. But with the jetpack he goes like up here and the jetpack kind of lands here where it's no damage. And he wastes a lot of time getting down also. This is why I'm thinking about a leg maybe.
I don't know. I just think that he thought that crossing the water without the jetpack would have costed him too much HP. At least that's what I would think. He wanted to hit, 2 birds with 1 stone. So use the jetpack to cross the water and to hit the...
Okay, but then you could have crossed here or here.
Yeah.
Or here.
But he probably realized that only once he was on the... Like, he
Yes.
had this realization
Yes,
when
I
he was
think
there, like, see?
now it's when he does the decision.
Exactly.
And he doesn't see the thing. He would think about this, but the mines here aren't really that kind. So
No, yeah. It's very dangerous.
probably even jumping here wouldn't have been that bad, honestly. Then you do 1 jetpack and 1 jetpack, and maybe shoot bazooka from here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
gunners over a sapper.
not the best turn, but then again, not even the worst.
He could nudge the med save
Yeah.
jetpack, maybe get away. Bazooka.
This is also a crucial miss because 27 isn't that difficult to do. Shouldn't be difficult. Then I make a lot of mistakes with bazooka too.
But the thing is, he had to change target and turn around with 0 seconds on the clock. So he had to. He was a bit rushing with his turn. Ooh, we might see a shrapnel from this medic then.
Well, you definitely know what I would do here.
Of course. a shrapnel right on the pig's teeth, make them burst, and do at least 90.
Here's your new explosive toothpaste.
9 doctors out of 10 died for this.
The positioning here isn't great. Rich balance.
Wait, did he leave the grenadier alive? No. Oh, what the hell? Okay, that was a weird one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
a
don't know.
para,
Was
sorry.
Was it intentional?
Coming straight out.
No, I don't think so.
Was he aiming for the medic?
Medic is still alive, so
I think yeah, I think he was aiming for the medic.
Oh wait,
still alive, so he can kill the gun.
these are mines.
Oh, they
And no one-
oh, you're right.
No
They
one
still-
cared.
They still completely forgot about the second crate of mines. No one cares.
Nice.
I'm so surprised
That's
that we
surprising,
also
yeah.
skipped it.
Raging, because if that med stays alive, the track
I mean, I can understand 50's from 50's point of view since he
Oh
know,
no!
first game and
No!
everything. Is he still swimming? Oh,
No, no, but wow, that was a blunder. If this was chess, I would call this a blunder.
I don't know chess technical words.
Oh,
so-
it basically means you did a trash turn.
okay.
Like
Thanks.
you're right. Yeah, you basically ruined your advantage. I mean, it's not that bad, of course, but a blunder is when you basically were in an advantage or just were doing okay, and then with one turn your chances took a dive.
So
Oh, this
this
a
is
good
this is when
overlay.
strategizing and counting the turns gets important. He should have gone for the medic since he's going first. He's going next.
Oh yeah.
So this
yeah,
mortar should have been to the face of the medic, of the green medic.
Yeah, 100%. Medic has been on the loose for too long, and I do this mistake sometimes myself, like leaving the top priority picks alive for way too long. You really don't want that, especially in a map where medic is close to his own pigs, so he can really, heal and then trank more. This guy has one more trank after this, so pretty huge.
So this time, I like the positioning from Looney with the medic, but it was not necessary.
Yeah,
Since at 11, whatever the opponent might use to hurt you is not gonna be enough. So it's gonna where you're positioned is not important.
yeah.
It's not like the opponent is gonna use a bayonet, so he needs the extra damage from water or something like this. So
Yeah, I guess it's just muscle memory.
yeah. But here it is a good position since he's not close to any other pig. So
And this is
this is
not a great position for the para, I think.
again the para was too low. So the medic was low. This is not a good position for the para. Actually, you're right.
Because
an
the mine's
awful
behind him.
This is an awful position for the medic for the para. And it's time to take those mines.
But the gunner is, I think this is the last pick of FiftyMeth. There is, nothing he can do to catch this game up back.
He's at
He's at
12.
7. Oh, 12, okay. Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah.
Too bad, because as long as the medic was alive, I think he could have had a chance. But now, yeah, he takes the mines, rightfully so. He doesn't want other people to take it. Yeah, he doesn't have.
Oh no! Now he panics. He thought maybe I should use the mines, but yeah, it's irrelevant since the game.
You
was
can
already
tell. I think you can tell that he didn't think that those were mines. That's why he never took them. Ooh. Nope. Not a great shrapnel, but
Yeah,
the
so
shrapnel on the rest.
this game is over,
Yeah.
and we've been talking for 45 minutes almost.
Yeah, this was an in-depth analysis, of course. So we had the advantage of pausing the video and back and forth.
Yeah. So one final consideration. Didn't they show the result screen? No. That's too bad.
Uh,
You know,
what do you mean?
the screen with the grid and how many points you did.
They did not.
So, one final consideration. Probably the advantage of 50Meth's lineup was the medic initiative.
Yeah.
And he decides to not use it. So, the two medics are free to roam and do their work.
Yeah.
Loony goes for scout and takes care of the scout, so no poison for me. For me, I'm gonna call it me because he's a little bit more funny. So no poison for me, and me goes
without the th even meh.
Me goes for paratrooper.
Yeah.
But then it's forced to change his target to a grenadier.
Yeah.
So this kind of
unfortunate.
Yeah, I understand the choice of going here since it's easier and everything, but the target you choose with the medic is really important. Paratrooper is a really bastard of a target, since if you don't take care of the paratrooper and don't get rid of him before he makes any move, he is a really pain in the ass because the paratrooper has this full burst in the first few turns.
Exactly. And leave him just one turn and he will unleash
a lot of damage. Yeah, and this is also why you have to take care of the paratrooper, since he can do this burst whenever he feels like. And tranquilizing without taking care just means that he's gonna do this burst of damage later in the game. So let's see. Reasons of 50Meth's loss are probably just worse selection from the medic and not being able to kill this guy here.
Yeah. Which survived till the very last moment.
Till the very last moment with 11. That's really not too much. Because
Frank.
And he, to be honest, he was also kind of unlucky. I say kinda because it is his own choices that brought him in that situation where the para lands here with a scout.
Yeah.
This is my scope. You like it? Which kind of soft locks the medic. You kind of have to wait another turn. So yeah, I think 50 lost more for how the game developed and also of target prioritizing.
Yeah.
Since Grenadier have had at least a couple of turns and the medic wasn't really killed on time. I really like a lot the paratrooper turn that took place here with the medic and the engineer. But that also could have been could have been made a little bit more efficient. But yeah. And another thing to say, it's 50Meth's gunner. Really a 10 out of 10 games.
Yeah.
Because he did hit a couple of mortars.
Yeah.
And that really good turn from with the bazooka and the scout.
Yeah, so almost as a paradox, I think the weakest class of the game was 50Meth's best pig of the game. At least on his side. If I have to give a score to how 50Meth played, I would give him 6.57 for technique and 8 on ability, how do you say, mechanical skills. And Ludi played a little bit more safe on the mechanical side, but I think he had the superior strategy and the positioning was much better. Not to mention he brought one more powerful class.
Technical and strategy. So 50Meth gets a 7.5.
For me, yeah. Okay.
For me on technical, but on strategy, it's a 5. It's where he lost, unfortunately. I would say it's this strategizing that made him lose, I think. Meanwhile, strategy for Looney, it's a solid 6.5, with the technical being a 6, since he didn't take too, he didn't take too much risks, but just played safe. Made some positioning mistake, which is also technical. It's more strategy than technical, but he didn't do anything spectacular, or he just played safe, played
I would say,
solid.
Yeah, I would say the worst turn for Looney was that last one with the para. I think he could have done things, much better. But of course, I'm not. It's not a critique against Looney. It's just that, objectively speaking, there was a bunch of other choices that he could have done. Crossing the water with the jetpack and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're talking about
Yes, this one.
this turn here.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
No, the one before.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it wasn't the last one. It was the first time he moved.
The first time, the first turn with the paratrooper. Yeah, exactly.
So,
this one.
There we go.
Look at how high he gets.
Damn. I wonder what they put in that jetpack to make him go that high.
This turn executed better with the paratrooper kind of ends the game here.
Yeah.
Since this guy would have been out, and this would have been in an awful position, he would have still moved, and probably would have chosen to go for the medic or just save damage with a body block. But anyway, this would have been a 3 versus 1. So
yeah, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any other key turns of this game, honestly. So I think we can wrap it up here.
Yeah, that's. I think we did a pretty, good job explaining, at least from our perspective, all the important parts of this game, and I hope it's useful for the audience.
For the audience, of course, we don't want to be the teachers of the game. We just want to take and analyze and maybe have some discussion in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Let us know what you think about some turns, how could have been done better, and I hope this was useful. Thanks, Fab, for being with me.
Oh, thank you, Axby, for having me. It was a fun and pleasure to do this with you.
And I see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.